Welcome to my crazy plant jungle house and my little fur baby. My name's Deanna, and in this video I'm going to do a plant tour of all my philodendrons. I have a lot of plants. I was thinking of doing a whole house plant tour, but I'm going to break it down a little bit for you guys. We're going to focus on my plants that are in the genus of philodendrons. It's one of my favorite ones, one of the easier ones, one of the ones I highly recommend. And there's so much variety. And I think this was what's interesting for me when I started with plants. There was plants that I thought were pothos, but they're philodendrons. I mean, the growth patterns change so much from one to the other. It's such a learning experience. If you want to learn more, if you want to see beautiful plants, if you want to see where I keep them in my house, I'm going to take you around my house and show you a lot of my philodendrons. I counted and I'm at least 25. So let's go and take a look and we'll get started. Let's get started with this big monster. She has grown so much. This is called Philodendron Brasil, also known as Hope Philodendron. And what is great about these plants is they're easy to find and they're not very expensive, and they grow fast. Now, I will tell you, they grow fast and they take up a lot of space. As you can tell right here, it's really wide. I normally do not have it here in my kitchen table. This one's actually a plant that I love to decorate my patio with. So if you're if you have a big home, it's going to be great in your house. Or if you're trying to decorate an outside area with plants, this definitely junglifies the space. So this one has been right now in my laundry room through the winter. It's a tropical plant, so obviously in my weather here in North Carolina, it's under 40 degrees during the winter. But soon enough, she's going to go in my back patio area where I usually make it really beautiful and green. So this is one of my decor plants that I love, and she's easy. So let's go right over here. This one that looks almost just like it. If you guys saw my video of rescuing plants from Lowe's that I ended up getting for free, this is one of them, and here's a little update. She's doing fine. This one, I think it's a Little Hope, a Philodendron Little Hope. So from my research, it's basically similar to this one, but this one's more of a compact plant that doesn't grow as big. So the benefit is that it's easier to keep it indoors in smaller spaces. So if you like the other one, but you don't have the space, this would be the next one that you guys, that would be worth getting. There's other versions like the Philodendron Shangri-La that some people thought it could be, and it looks so similar. I honestly can't tell you 100% if this is one or the other, but in my mind, I'm going to call it Little Hope. We're just going to stick there. And when she grows bigger, maybe I'll find out differently. But very similar, ruffled edges. This is more of a mature one. But when the leaves just start opening up, it reminds me, it has a lot of similarities. Therefore, I do think this is the regular Hope Philodendron, and this is the Little Hope. But let's hope they just do good, whatever their name is. So far, so good. And here is another gorgeous one that I love. And this is a Philodendron squamiferum. Why it's so exciting is the stem that's so hairy makes it very cool and unique. It's a plant that likes to climb. So in nature, it would be climbing up a tree. So it's nice to put a pole or something to give it support, because if not, it's very floppy plant. So you definitely need to put some kind of pole or piece of wood to support it. I didn't have the poles. I actually just repotted it, and therefore it was growing kind of crazy and not straight up. If you put the pole quicker, then it's going to help the plant grow straighter up. So I would recommend that. This one, I actually had it in my laundry room, and right now during winter, because it used to be my back porch, and those plants have not been taken care of as well. So I think it went dry, and that's why I had some browning in the tips, because I didn't water it in time. It's still gonna be fine. It's gonna perk up. It's gonna give me a lot of new leaves now that we're getting into spring. But you know, when you don't take care of your plants that great, it affects. So it doesn't have any pests. I think I just needed to give it more attention, but we will, and she's gonna grow beautiful. Okay, so this is another plant Oh, by the way, this I got it at Lowe's. I do a lot of my videos where I show that you can find plants that used to be very expensive, a lot cheaper in Lowe's. This is one of the plants that started popping in big box stores, and I was able to get it for 20 bucks. That's pretty cool. Okay, right over here, this is a horse-headed philodendron. When I bought it, that's what they told me it was called. It also can be called a fiddle leaf philodendron. It's a bipenifolium, and obviously, I like calling it my horse-headed philodendron because it definitely looks like a horse's head. Isn't this beautiful? And this one's not very expensive. I was able to get this one in a local nursery for $10. That's pretty cool. It's another one like the squamous that likes to climb, and I have this little bamboo sticks to give it support, but it's been kind of, this one could be a lot taller because it's kind of grown all crazy. You see how it's curved, but it's okay. It grew a lot of, these are roots. They used to be not dry. They were nice and green because when I had it outside, with a high humidity, it was growing all these roots because it wanted to grab onto a tree or something to climb. So that just teaches you what a great climber this plant is. And if we did have a place where it could just grab onto, it would grow bigger and bigger leaves. So that's pretty cool, but very easy, no complications. All of these water when they're dry. So I let them get to dry. When all the soil is dry, then I water, or at least 3/4 of the soil dry. Right over here, we have a gorgeous one. Let's check this one out. This one is, I got it from Ecuador and it was mailed to me, and it's a pastasanum. Philodendron pastasanum. I was doing a lot of videos of unboxing plants last year and a half. When I was trying to grow my collection, some of these plants, like this one, is not one I run into my nurseries. So I got this one shipped. It's one of the ones that has done good. It has not been complicated. And it is a crawler. So you see right here, it's one that kind of crawls on the soil or on, well, wherever terrain it's going to grow in. And it would just grow out and then keep giving you leaves. So it grows on the floor of the jungle. Therefore, it does not need very intense light. I would say all of them, if I keep them, some of them I keep outside. It's in a shaded area outside, not full sun. And it might get a little bit of sun in the morning. This one might get a little sun in the afternoon, but we're talking about an hour. That's it, a quick little sun. Nothing too intense. Now this one here is another crawler. This is really long leaves. This is called a Philodendron sordoi. And this has been one of my more complicated ones. I also got it from Ecuador, and complicated because although I'm doing the same care as this one here, they actually live upstairs in my bedroom. This one's in my patio. I think I'm trying to tell you where I usually keep them. Some of them I just went ahead and brought down here to show them to you guys, but there's a lot more. We're gonna walk around the house and show you. But this one, same care, but it just gets brown, crispy edges quickly. And it's time after time, I end up getting really brown. I end up removing an ugly leaf. I get a new leaf and it's doing perfect, and all of a sudden this. My only thoughts is higher humidity. I don't have a humidifier currently in my house. Actually, all winter I did not even turn on my humidifier. I'm kind of at the point, to me the humidifiers are annoying because I have to refill them up with water, so they only last for about 12 hours, and I wasn't constantly refilling them up. So at this point I'm kind of like, my plants are living with whatever humidity I have in my house, and if you make it, yay. If you don't, then it's too much for me. But I have enough here to take care of. They are making it, so I'm happy about that. Maybe this one also might need water more often. It is it should be in a very chunky soil. I feel like this one maybe is not forgiving if I don't water it in time, but I really don't know what to tell you about this one. If you guys have this one, let me know how well you love it, and if you have any care tips, I would really appreciate it to learn. So let me pull another one that I see right here in my kitchen island and show it to you. It's a beautiful one. Okay, so this is the other beauty. This is variegated burl marks. Look at these beautiful leaves. Very, very pretty. This one was sent to me from Asia. You can find them in different nurseries that carry more rare plants. It can be very expensive in this country, unfortunately, but hopefully this year, a lot of the plants that used to be very expensive, prices are going down. So we'll see if I can find it in one of my local nurseries at a cheaper price, and you never know. Might be end up in a big box store soon. But yeah, one of my favorites. I've showed you 7 plants so far. This is number 8. And this is Philodendron Brasil, and she's a cutie. She also likes to climb. Isn't that cute? Fun. Okay, so I'm in my living room, and this is a narrow form silver sword philodendron, and I have it in a moss pole. And it's okay, but it's not one of my favorites, to be honest with you. I want to show you that was the entrance of my house, and I want to show you I have here a Philodendron tenue, and it has the leaves like this lining that you can see her veining. She's not my favorite. See, she gets brown edges, and I haven't gotten the see brown edges. But she doesn't die either, so we're working together. And then right over here is my Philodendron verrucosum. One of my favorites, not the easiest plant, but yes, favorites because of the fussy stem, the red backs, the suede feeling leaves, but these can get spider mites often. But yeah, this is a beauty. The sun shining through, so pretty. And let's go right over here. This is Philodendron Brasil. And one of my favorites. There's the green one that just has green leaves completely, and then there's the one that's just light green completely and almost like a lime color. And then there's this one that has the light green variegation in the inside. It's been very easy. It's trailing all the way down. Highly recommend plant. If you don't have one of these, I really, really recommend it. She's a little droopy. She needs water. So here's another one of my favorite philodendrons. This is Philodendron gloriosum verde. And I got this one from Ecogenera. She traveled in the mail, and she's been doing good, except I was dog sitting, and this happened, guys. My dog never eats plants or breaks plants. This is my parents' dog, a small little Yorkie poo. She was so mad because we left her alone and did this. I was scared the dog was going to get poisoned because I looked it up, and they are toxic to pets, but they're not one of the higher toxicity ones. But the dog was fine. I don't think she ate them. All the leaflets were in the floor, but yes, not cool. Not cool she did this. Let's check out this beautiful leaf. Oh, you're so pretty. Okay, let's head out. Let's look over here. Look, a cat. That's not mine. This is the Philodendron Splendid. This is one of the plants that I really wanted in my collection and that I definitely overspent. But I couldn't get her out of my mind. But she hasn't died on me, but she hasn't given me very big leaves. So we're working on it. I have all of these cacti that I usually have outside, inside, and I think they're so cute. Okay, but let's keep going on. Philodendrons, we're searching. This is Philodendron warocanium, and there's a green leaf, so it's still alive, but 2 leaves that I sprayed with alcohol because they had some kind of pest, and when they were just forming, and I did that damage. So definitely they don't like to be sprayed with alcohol directly. I know my Hoyas do good, but philodendrons are thinner leaves, and that was a no-go. And we are here. We find a Philodendron Pink Princess, one of the many that I have. Here she goes. Let's find you here. This one is not one of the higher variegated ones, but she's still beautiful. Also likes a pull when she's a little bigger. And this is my Philodendron Red Emerald, and this baby is a beast of a plant. And I paid like 30 bucks for her when I bought her, but these leaves are big. Big. Look at the you see why it's called a red emerald, the stem. See, it's usually, did it break? I think it might have broken because of the weight. Usually I cut them when they're like touching the ceiling and propagate, but when I don't do it in time, see, I think that broke, so I need to propagate that. But yeah. And then right over here is my Philodendron Gloriosum. This is not the Verde one, this is the regular one, but to me they look just the same. I have both of them and they look just the same. But one of my favorite plants, bought it at farmer's market. See, she gets light that's not direct, and she's been doing fine. Right over here, my Philodendron Micans. Beauty. I have another one of these in a big basket, but this is one of them. This is my Philodendron Thai Golden Goddess and Thai Sunrise. Thai Sunrise is on this side. It has a little bit of the green variegation with a lighter lime green in the gold, like this one. This is Thai Sunrise. You see that? So, and this on the right is the Golden Goddess. Very similar. They came sold together by Costa Farms. See, these were available about 2 years ago, and I haven't seen them anymore. So that's it's interesting to know. Sometimes what Costa Farm brings one year is not going to bring it the other year. So might have to pick them up when you find it. Another Philodendron Brantianum. And they actually love to climb. So I know this Micans, when I one time let it kind of touch this of the chimney, it did so much better at growing bigger leaves. But it kind of was wrapping all around, and I ended up just wrapping it around here. But I'm gonna let it do that again because they get happy doing that. Let's see, I have my IKEA greenhouse. Do we have any philodendrons here? I know I have this one, Florida Beauty Philodendron. Oh, there we go. She's small. And we have here my red emerald propagation babies and a little pink princess propagation. Okay, let's go. One of my Philodendron Micans and my Philodendron pink Birkin. So this is an interesting plant because, you know, sometimes people were like that, you know, they shouldn't have called it a pink Birkin because it doesn't really give you pink. So in my experience, when the leaf starts unfurling, see the back of the leaf is pink. So you get to see that pink at the when it's unfurling. And then this leaf here gave me a little spotting of variegation. I mean, it's not like a pink plant, I would call it, but is she pretty? Yeah, she's pretty. Should you spend a lot of money for it? I don't think you should spend a lot of money for it. I didn't. So there's that one. Philodendron Glorious. So this is, I think it has what is it mixed with? The Glorious. Gloriosum and Melacronosum, I think. I can't pronounce it. But see, now this one climbs instead of the regular Gloriosum it's a crawler. This one climbs. So I have it here so it can climb. Let's see if I find another plant around my house. What am I thinking? This is the wide leaf silver sword philodendron. And see, it's going to give a new leaf right there, which is so exciting. But I do love this one. This is the wide leaf. So if I had to just choose one, I would definitely get the wide form and not the narrow form silver sword philodendron. And it also likes to climb. Here in my plant room, this is Sophistanum, which is not doing that good. I think there might be mealies on that one. And I have another one, like the vanity of the bathroom. And I have this weird one going around. She has lost a lot of leaves, but this is a Philodendron Plumanii. And I think the leaf is absolutely gorgeous. And I almost thought I lost her. She did have spider bites, and I even think maybe thrips. But she's lost leaves, but she's very slow at this point. Maybe right now in spring she'll give you more leaves. But I just kind of put her against the wall because I don't know what this plant is. Is it a climber or a crawler? It doesn't look like a regular crawler. I want to say she's a climber, and I know some of you guys said in the comments that you don't think this is normally a climber, but I couldn't put this across a pot. It's so long. So she grows so weird, and that's what's complicated about her. But the leaves are absolutely beautiful with that silver on the edges. What do you think? I think this is the last one, guys. Okay, guys, so that was fun. Thank you for coming along with me. I hope you enjoy seeing these beautiful plants. There's so many out there, and I know you guys have a lot of varieties that I don't have, but we gotta stop somewhere. I've obviously every time I buy a little less plants because I don't have more space, but I love the ones I have. All of these philodendrons are great. I think if I have any regrets, it's maybe overspending for some. Like my Splendid was the most expensive one that I bought, and I wouldn't recommend ever spending too much. I mean, everybody's different, right? If you have the money, but in my case, I feel bad when a plant that I spend a lot of money with doesn't do that great. And I realize that plant prices change a lot, so when it's really high, it might go down the next year. So if you're patient, you can end up finding these at a better price. Most of the ones I showed you are inexpensive, so that's what's so cool. Ecuador now, I feel like the ones that I got from Florida did so much better than ones that came from Ecuador. Although philodendrons do pretty good at being mailed and shipping in the mail. Like the ones in Florida did better because the roots were in better condition. They already came potted up versus the ones that came from Ecuador. But that's just my experience. I hope you enjoyed. You know, this channel is about relaxing with plants, sharing with you guys my experience, where I buy plants. I'm always a bargain shopper. I try to see where I can find deals and everything in my life, and plants is one of them that I'm always trying to share videos of where you can find them cheaper when they arrive in big box stores or nursery stores. And I share prices so you guys can compare prices and see what's a good deal or not, maybe. But I know it changes a lot according to the country that you're living at and the dates. But they're easy plants for the most part. You know, we always have here or there experiences where maybe you don't understand a plant or a philodendron, but for the most part, I would consider them easy. So if you're trying to explore different genus of plants and you have not yet philodendrons, or just wanted to see how some of these look in somebody's home or as they've grown, these are my plant reviews and my little tour of my philodendrons. I hope you enjoyed, and I wanted to also share with you guys that we've started a membership. I do work about I don't know if I've shared it with you guys that I do work 1 or 2 days a week, and then I do this plant content. And I also am a volunteer, and I dedicate a good amount of time every month to help the community. And this is another little way that I can do something that I enjoy, but any little bit of money that has come through making this channel has helped also help support me in the way I try to spend my time in my life. So if you guys, we decided to do a membership just in case anybody's interested. We're going to be doing lives for those members. There'll be different levels. It's from 99 cents a month to $2.99 a month. But if you guys want to create a little group there, and we can do these live chats monthly, if you become a member, I think it's the $1.99 a month membership. I think that would be cool, like maybe every Friday. I was thinking once a week, trying to do a live video for you guys so we can chat as well. And I thought that would be very interesting. But yeah, you can read more about it. I'll be linked in my description if you guys want to know more about it. And we can keep growing in our love for plants and our journey. And hopefully this can be something that is a great hobby in your life. It's therapeutic. It helps our brains working and learning about more things, since we can do so much with our brains and learning about all of God's beautiful creation. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for always supporting me, and thank you for all of you guys that have subscribed to my channel. I appreciate it a lot. Till next time, bye.